Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Now Dr. Paul Dhinakaran, President of Jesus Calls, is going to speak on the topic of experiencing the God within us. Sure, you can use.
Greetings, dear brothers and sisters. It's a great joy for me to be with you today, and I thank Honorable Sri Dr. Karthikeyan for giving me this great opportunity. Even this afternoon, as we are meditating on the perceptualized reality to reality, I'm going to take off from where our former speaker left. She ended saying, our faith in the divine, which is a perceptualized reality, brings us to the level of reality, makes us realize what we perceptualize and makes it into a reality in our lives. I'm reminded of what the scriptures quote in the sayings of the Lord Jesus. He said, if you love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength, that is experiencing God with you. Translating the perceptualized reality into a reality in your life. Loving God with all your strength and heart. I'm reminded of a beautiful incident that happened in the life of Mother Teresa, a great saint whom our country honors. During school holidays, a girl who was a very rich girl who went to Mother and said, now I have holidays. Mother, I want to have the joy of serving the broken-hearted people with you. Would you give me an opportunity? She said, yes. And straight away Mother said, take that bucket of water, take those fresh clothes, and take the medicines, and go and wash that leper who is lying there. He has just been brought in. The girl victoriously took everything, triumphantly took everything, and said, I'm going to do what Mother does. And she went near the leper. But she came back running at the top speed and said, Mother, I can't do it. Give me something else to do. Mother smiled, took the water bucket from her with the help of someone, took the bandages, took the medicine, and went and smiled at that man and joyfully bandaged his wounds, cleaning him up, and brought smile to his face and hope in his life. This girl asked, how could you do it, Mother? He is stinking and his wounds are horrible to look at, but you were smiling at him and you were tending his wounds. She said, my daughter, when I look at his wounds, I do not look at it as the wounds of a leper, a castaway. I look at it as the wounds of the Lord as he hung on the cross, bleeding for the whole humanity. There was no one to bind his wounds then, but today I feel I am binding his wounds by binding the wounds of this leper and bringing healing to him. This is bringing the perceptualized reality of God into reality, into the world. And secondly, the Lord gave a saying, love your neighbor as yourself, and you'll find God with you. Love your neighbor as yourself. I'm reminded of the incident that happened in the life of our great father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. One day, a mother brought her little boy to Mahatma and said, Mahatma, you have to help me. My son is eating a lot of sweets. I want him to stop it. So would you please advise him? He's not listening to me. If you advise him, he will stop eating sweets. And Mahatma stopped for a moment. He was speechless. And he told the mother, "Please bring him after 3 days. I can't do anything now." Surprised. And she brought her son after 3 days. And amazingly, Mahatma took time and explained to the boy the ills of eating sweets all the time and said, "Son, would you please give up your sweets?" The mother was surprised. "You could have done this 3 days before, Mahatma. Why did you take 3 days?" Mahatma smilingly said, "I am also a lover of sweets. I had to give up my desire for sweets before I could advise this little boy. That's why I took 3 days to give up sweets. And when I was confident I could overcome it, I took time to counsel your son, to transform him." Yes, indeed, my friends, Gandhiji sacrificed his desire for his neighbor to have well-being, for his neighbor to be transformed. Love your neighbor as yourself. This is bringing the perceptualized reality of God's sacrifice into one's life. This is exactly what God did for every one of us. He never sat in glory in heaven, but he came down in the form of a servant, a human being, sacrificing life that we could be saved. Humanity could be saved, and through his sacrifice, we could have life. As Gandhiji's sacrifice of sweets brought life to that boy, the same way God came to sacrifice himself to make us live. And this is transforming the perceptualized reality of God into a reality. And even today, that's why we have hope in this world. And finally, he said, "Love your enemies. Then you will know, then the world will know that God is a reality, and he will care for people." In the year 1986, my sister, Angel, who was 17 years old, was killed in a cruel car accident in which my parents were there. And they were going to present the project to the syndicate bank for them to give a loan to build a university for the poor people. But on the way, she died. Their hearts were broken. The bank had mercy to sanction the loan because of her agony. But then the whole world cried with us. People of all religions came and cried with us. But people who were very close to whom he had helped greatly took this as an opportunity to defame his name and criticize him, saying he wanted to build a university. God took away his daughter. His heart was broken. At this time he cried, "Where are you, God? Why do you allow this? Did I not do my best to serve you? My daughter is gone. Now these people are breaking my heart. I have no strength to live on." It was then he had a divine experience. And in that experience, he saw the perceptualized reality coming as reality to comfort him. And the Lord said, "My son, I will not destroy your enemies, but I will bless you instead. I'll bless you more and more. It's your blessings which will destroy your enemies. I am not in the business of destroying people and taking vengeance. I am in the business of blessing humanity. So you receive blessings, and your own blessings will destroy your enemies." Today we look around. The university stands, and thousands are blessed. And today we have no enemies. In fact, the venom of people who are jealous and do not understand has been destroyed as God has blessed us. They have become friends. Yes, the perceptualized reality comes and fills us with his love, with which he sacrificed himself for humanity, and we are able to overcome all the oppressions of the enemies in this world and transform them as God's children in this world, blessing them with that same love. May God give us that grace and let love from this great sacrifice of the Lord fill our hearts, and may we bring love and peace into the world. God bless you all.